Sometimes as a photographer, we just tend to overcomplicate lighting. And whilst I'm probably the first person to always agree that better gear and more gear usually gives you better results, sometimes if you know what you're doing with just one light, you can be super creative and challenge yourself.
You think you understand me. You think you have an inside point of view. You think that you command me. You think I'm gonna hate to break it to you. I don't care what you say.
I'm going to show you 3 totally different looks, all done with one light. No tricks. Well, the first one may have a little bit of a trick to it, but there's no tricks. This is all done with just one light that you can access. Whether it's a strobe, continuous LED, it's entirely up to you. The only thing is with a continuous LED, it's always nice to have because you can do video with it as well. But strobes do have their advantages and continuous lights have their disadvantages, but that's irrelevant of this because the same technique always applies. First, we're going to head to the park and show you something done with the sun. Check this out. So the first setup we're going to do is actually going to be a one light setup with a bit of a cheat, which is going to be that we're using the sun as a second kicker light to mimic as if you are using 2 lights. So basically what we're doing here is sun's giving that kicker light and we're going to add this as a front light. So if you didn't have the sun, it was an overcast day, or the sun was not low enough giving you a hairlight, you could essentially just use this one light as well. This is very similar to using a reflector, but here we're just going to be using a light straight onto Michelle. If the sun does go behind the clouds, we are just fortunate enough today that we do have that hair light, kicker light kicking over here. And then once this light is on, it's kind of going to give you that super cool studio vibe. First things first, I'm going to switch this light off. He fell. Now this is a little bit unfair actually because we are getting some reflection on this. So I'm going to turn it this way just so that we don't get the sun bouncing off there, because that is one handy thing. The sun does bounce. So I'm probably going to take a shot about here and let's just shoot. I'm going to show you quickly if I had to expose for Michelle. It's kind of the shot we're looking at, overexposed, but that is about the right tone on her face. So I'm going to shoot it a little bit darker now. And my settings are shutter on 2500, f1.4, ISO 100. As you can see, that's way too dark on her face, but the rest of the image looks great. So now I'm going to switch the lights on. Now I'm not worried here at all about any high-speed sync or anything like that. Reason being is there's a Nanlite FC500B, so it's just a continuous LED light, and I can actually drop it just a bit. We'll get even more power on Michelle. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take the exact same shot of Michelle. Here we go, and you're going to see now the difference that you get. Quite a huge difference over there. Except her hand, sorry, I think I was a bit further back in the shade over here. Her hand there, move your arm, it's making one with the pole that's there. Looks a bit funny. Okay, there we go, beautiful. So just like that. Lovely. Look towards the light for me. There we go. And beautiful. Love that. Lovely. Gorgeous. Now you can see we've got that beautiful light on her. Still getting that kicker light from the back. Michelle's been having troubles with her eyes all day. We had to pick today to come and do this. Oh, there we go. Beautiful. Look at that light. Hair light.
Can I do it with my eyes closed?
Yeah, you can actually do a shot with your eyes closed. That beautiful hair light. Lovely. Hold that just there. Look at me with your eyes. Turn your nose more towards the light again. Beautiful. Chin down just a bit. Look towards the light. Turn your head. Then there we go. Chin down just a bit. Eyes at me. Beautiful. There we go. Beautiful hair light. I'm going to switch to video mode over here. All right, so now what we're doing is we've got this on video mode, and you can see as long as Michelle kind of keeps her nose from there towards the light, we have perfect light in her face. If she looks the other way, we still get like beautiful light. It's nice and soft on her because the light is so close, as you can see. But we've got a 2-light setup essentially now because we are using the sun. So really, really handy. Got that nice rim lighting that's running around her body. Absolutely perfect. It's so nice to have lighting like this because I can now move around. I can even come closer this way and still get pretty lighting. Still got that kicker light. I can come more this way and get even more split light on Michelle. And now if she looks straight towards the light now, you get like a lot of split light. Very, very pretty. Still got that 2-light setup. So that's essentially a 1-light setup, basically giving you a 2-light setup with a kicker light. Super handy. Now I'm going to show you the split light technique with just 1 light as well. Now before I show you the studio shots, I have to tell you about today's sponsor, which is Soundstripe. Soundstripe is a music, sound effects, and stock video licensing platform that makes it easy for creators like you and I to get creative music licensed, whether you're using it just on your own YouTube channel like I am now, or if you are doing commercial shoots like I do as well. And I use that music for licensed commercial shoots for my clients so they don't get any copyright issues, whether they want to use it on television, social media, YouTube, and boost their posts and go absolutely crazy. I've been using Soundstripe for over 5 years, and with their latest edition of AI song editing, it is pretty cool. It allows you to click and drop different parts of a song that you may like into a shorter 20, 30, 40-second edit, whatever you choose. And Soundstripe's AI song editing mashes that up, even if you have lyrics in that song, and just somehow turns it into a beat that absolutely works. Seamless, perfect, every time. You can head over to www.soundstripe.com/rich and Soundstripe will hook you up. I will leave a link in the description for you below so you can watch the end of this video and then head over there if you like. Split Light Studio. Check this out. Now the studio split light technique is pretty easy. Ideally, you need to have an egg crate on your light. Also, a softbox is advised to get that nice soft kind of look. The reason for the egg crate is to stop the spill from the softbox so you don't light up the entire room. You can see if I take the egg crate off, you can all of a sudden see the backdrop. Now the goal with this type of lighting is really to kind of give you that moody, dramatic kind of feel. Keep in mind that the egg crate does take away some of the power of the light, and it also makes the light a little harsher. So always try and use a larger softbox with an egg crate, otherwise you get very harsh shadows. Now the goal here is to have the model stand perfectly perpendicular to the light, essentially in the middle of the softbox. If the model is too far in front of the light, you can see the harsh shadows. If she moves too far back, the light tends to wrap around her face, showing the other side of the cheek, maybe too much for the desired look. Now I do want to make it clear when it comes to lighting that there is no right or wrong. There are so many different lighting techniques. In the park you saw what I would usually refer to as your standard kind of Rembrandt lighting. Softbox just off to the side. That's kind of the standard lighting technique, very flattering. You could pretty much shoot everything with this kind of lighting look and you'll always get nice, soft, flattering light. So play around with it. Also, this look is really pretty when you put these images in black and white. They give off a ton of feeling. And to be 100% honest, even though this may look hard, it's so easy to replicate. Take your camera, photograph in a studio, make sure everything's pitch black, put the light on, and you're good to go. Now for the fun stuff. 1 light, night shot. Check this out. Third and final setup, which is technically the simplest setup, because what we're doing is we're taking the same Nanlite FC500 and we're throwing it at the back. It's got the reflector on, and what that's going to do is give us a silhouette. Now what's pretty cool with silhouette is you can really spice it up with smoke machine. So pretty cool. As well as rain. We've got the hose pipe connected over here. We're going to shoot some water up in the background. And then that light at the back actually kind of catches it and you get that silhouette kind of effect. And it's really kind of just creative. Obviously, yes, if you have a second light, you can throw it on the front and you'll get shots kind of like this, which we have done before. So for today, we're just showing you the 1 light at the back, showing you what it looks like. You're going to do smoke first, right? And then we'll do water afterwards, if you're going to get wet in the water.
Yeah, aren't you going to do the water in the back first? Or
Yeah, we'll do the water at the
doesn't
back,
matter.
and then just in case you do end up getting wet. But
we first have to do the oven.
first we'll do the smoke. Michelle is going to be using her toes to activate Shalanti 2.0. Our previous smoke machine's name was Shalanti, We don't know how she got that name, but she did die in a water experiment just like this. So we are hoping Shilanti 2.0 does not die today. Are you ready?
Yep.
Okay, let's do it. Well, for this shot, we need to switch off as many lights as we can. Unfortunately, we can't get those lights off because they're on a timer, but that light we can get off, switch it off. There we go. And that light by the wall,
That only works when you get there.
we can switch off. Then we get the majority of the darkness. Cool. Now, one thing to remember is that light over there, that silhouette light, the brighter it gets when there's smoke, the more reflection and wraparound light you get on the subject, which we're going to try and do for you guys. The light is set to 50% brightness. Michelle is going to give us some extended kind of poses in that silhouette shot. I'm going to be just off to the side here, so you might not see me in the shot, but I will talk you through it. And she's going to use her toes to control it because that cord's not long enough. And Shilanti 2.0 isn't remote controlled. She has a cord. So turn your hips to the side for me. That's it. Kind of look to the side like that. Beautiful. So you can see now there's no smoke just yet, and there it comes. It's rising above her.
If you're happy with the shot, let me know.
Yeah, keep it going. Wave it around. There we go. Perfect. Okay, look to the side like that. A little bit down. Beautiful. Perfect. I'm going to switch to video mode over here. Did Shilanti die? Okay, I'm going to switch to video mode over here just so you guys can kind of see what happens when I get the light in the shot. There's the lights in the shot, and there I move it behind Michelle, and you get that kind of silhouette look. So that's the shot that I'm looking for, where it's slightly hidden, kind of like that. Big poses, silhouette shots work all the time. Small poses don't work. Okay, light her up again. Oh, she's not ready. Go for it. Just give me another pose. Maybe hands in the hair. One hand on the dress, hands in the hair. I'm going to go to video mode in landscape just so you can kind of see what I'm seeing as that smoke rises. And then give me slight movement. Have a look at that. Look how cool that looks. Super slick. Now the light is set to around 6,000 Kelvin. So what I'm going to do now, as you see that shot, I'm going to take that temperature of that light and I'm going to drag it all the way down to 2,700 Kelvin. Kind of gives you a totally different look. So the cool look does look quite cool. And the warm look also looks pretty cool. Kind of got a bit of a fire look to it. Maybe meet it somewhere halfway. Pretty rad. Okay, the biggest problem with smoke outside is the fact that you don't control the wind. If you shoot an indoor, smoke works a lot nicer because you can also send it out of one door. But it's a little bit trickier, it's not as consistent, so what we're going to do is we're going to use the rain. Even though there's no wind now, the smoke, obviously just any kind of draft just takes it. So we're going to have some fun now with the rain. We're going to shoot it up behind, hopefully not get the lights wet, because obviously they're not waterproof, these. And hopefully this comes out pretty cool. The nice thing, it's a little bit more consistent, but you do want to shoot a little bit faster. Otherwise, everything just gets so sopping wet, and obviously that's why we're barefoot here as well. So hopefully this works as good as it did last time. This is going to be all silhouette. And are you ready? You ready?
Yeah.
Okay, let's give it a shot. Oh, wait. What we've done is we've actually got a light stand over here with just a normal kind of tilting head on it, a bracket for flashes, and we've taped a hose pipe to it, and we're going to send the water up and just kind of twist the pipe until we get the desired rain kind of look. All right, so I'm just off to the side getting some of these shots, and we've got that rain kind of going. Shutter speed, the higher we lift the shutter speed now, the more we freeze a raindrop. So I'm going to show you quickly. I'm going to lift the shutter speed quite high, take a shot. That's kind of the look that you get. And then I'm going to lower the shutter speed, and you'll see the raindrops are a lot more blurry. Kind of just got to go for the desired look. And obviously the more blurry the background, the more raindrops kind of like look a little bit more diffused. So give us those big poses. That's okay. There we go. Beautiful. Both hands up in the hair for me. That's quite crazy. There's a lot of raindrops. It's almost too much. All right, so what we've done now is we've just adjusted the hose pipe to shoot up a little bit more and slowed it down. So we have less raindrops, less mist, bigger raindrops. This is kind of the look you're going for. Now I can actually show you the shutter at 500. Those are the frozen raindrops. Drag that shutter down to say 80, and then we get much more motion blur on those raindrops. So that's the desired look that you've got to go for. That's beautiful. Hold that just like that. Amazing. Let's freeze those raindrops a little bit more. So my settings right now, that's 250, 1.6, ISO 640. Beautiful. Move back just a bit so I can get more of your body in. Put one hand up in your hair and look off to the side for me. Beautiful. Look off to the other side. Otherwise it looks like it's sniffing your armpit. Beautiful. Love that. Drag that shutter even more. Drag the shutter down to 50. And now you're going to see a lot of motion blur on those raindrops. Kind of looks weird. Super easy, really fun. I hope you guys enjoyed that. If you did, please let me know in the comments below and I'll make a ton more lighting videos. There's so many different techniques, like I said, so I can pretty much keep you entertained all year round. Thanks for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed it wherever you are in the world. Have a good day, good evening, good night. Goodbye.